Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India in association with the Delton Casinos. I'm Mandira Lalwani. We've got plenty of racing on tap for you, starting with two championship races from Mumbai.
Zawari Poonawalla evening racing has become the latest crowning glory of racing in Mumbai, literally adding more sheen to the sport. The day of the Juvenile Championships on March 20th was no different. As the sun set on the turf, the juveniles came out to shine on the track. First up were the ladies, who were set to battle it out in the Forbes Breeders' Juvenile Fillies Championship Group 3. 9 fillies came into the parade ring for the contest to be run over 1,600 meters. Malesh Naredu fielded Cataleya, who was making her third start here. She had run 5th in the Gules Poonawalla Million over 1,000 meters in January and was now looking at making an impression here with her first step up to the 1,600 meter trip. She would be ridden by P.S. Chauhan. Costa Smeralda, saddled by Pacey Shroff, had run 2nd the last time out in the midday trophy over 1,400 meters on Feb 14th and would now be looking at going one better with S. Zerwan as a continuing partner. Never Say Never, trained by Nirad Karanjawala, was coming into the contest on the back of a second place in the A. Campbell Cup over 1,400 meters on March 2nd. And like Costa Smeralda, would now be looking at clinching top honours with Dashrath Singh on her back. Comic Timing, trained by S. Wahid, had run 3rd the last time out in the Bright Outdoor Media Trophy over the same trip on February 7th and would now be looking at putting that experience to good use with Imran Chishti partnering her. It was, however, Book Thief, trained by Vishal Gaikwad, who was the favourite here. The filly was making only a second career start after running 3rd in the A. Campbell Cup and was expected to run a big one here with P. Trevor on her back.
Little over 400 to go. Catalia, the leader, by about length and a half to 2 from Silken Eyes coming up on the outside. Never Say Never. Costa Smeralda on the inside rail. Then there is Eternal Sunshine. Going inside the last 300 meters is Catalia still holding on by about 2 lengths from Silken Eyes. Eternal Inspiration on the Eternal Sunshine on the outside. Then this Costa Smeralda and Never Say Never in the center. Going inside the last 100 meters there. Catalia still there by about a length and a half from Never Say Never. Then there is Comic Timing, but Catalia wins this one from Costa Smeralda. Never Say Never, Comic Timing, Silken Eyes, Eternal Sunshine. Then there's Book Thief.
She won one race quite impressive the first time out. Second time she hung out very badly and didn't have the chance to gallop in the straight. Though I thought the mile will be a suitable distance for her. And the strategy was to go in front and make his own running. I did change the bit, the hanging bit, which worked out really wonder on her. And she kept a straight course in the straight, which helped her to win this race. I'm quite pleased with the run. The filly will improve with time. P.S. Chauhan rode a good race. We went down and slowed down in front, and I know that he had a lot of in hand. So something really has to be good to come and challenge from the back to beat her, and she was winner at the coming into the straight.
Cataleya was the quickest out and took the lead as soon as the horses were out the gates. She held on to this handy lead all the way to the finish line, causing an upset with her effortless 2.5 length victory over Costa Smeralda. Never Say Never was in 3rd, while Comic Timing was 4th. After the fillies, it was time for the boys to come out and test their mettle. In the Group 3 Shapoorji Pallonji Breeders' Juvenile Colts Championship, 9 juveniles came into the parade ring for this one. The Karthik Ganpati trained Star Counsellor ran 6th the last time out in the Kunigal Stud Breeders' Produce Stakes over 1,400 meters on February 6th and was looking at securing his maiden win with A. Sandesh in the saddle. Pacey Shroff trained San Martino was making only his 2nd start here. He had run 3rd behind Carbonara, trained by Imtiaz Seth and Star Counsellor in the Advantage Plate over 1,200 meters on January 14th. And smarting from that defeat would be looking to even the score with P. Trevor in the saddle. Vishal Gaikwad trained German Nickers had run 7th the last time out in the Poonawalla Breeders' Multi-Million over 1,400 meters on February 28th and was now looking at improving on that performance with P.S. Chauhan in the saddle.
Round the turn and into the straight, Star Councillor who comes in on first, length and a half in front of San Martino is the one galloping strongly up on the outside. Germanic is making a quick forward move in third. After that there is Carbonara. But Star Councillor still kicking on gamely. Is about 3/4 of a length ahead. San Martino is now being put into top gear. Is unleashing his run on the outside. After that is Germanicus. But Star Councillor from San Martino. Star Councillor, San Martino, Star Councillor, San Martino. Star Councillor makes it from San Martino.
Well, we decided to go start to finish with him. All the front-running horses were doing well today. And last time when John rode him in the Breeders' Produce, he got off the horse and told me, "Sir, you should have sent him to the front. He's a big striding horse." And we did just that, and Sandesh has ridden an absolute peach of a race. He's one of the best jockeys to ride from the front. And the staff has put in a lot of hard work on this horse. He's a late foal. He's pulled his socks up on a big occasion, and he's delivered the goods. Can't ask for anything else. And I want to thank Dr. A.C. Muthaya for supporting us from the trust. And I spoke to him today morning, and he said, "Go get them," and we've got them, sir. 50 from home, I knew he was going to make it because he's a fighter. He doesn't give up that easily. And he was kicking on, and at the 50 meter mark, I knew I'd got there.
Much like the Fillies race, this one too had the thrill of an upset, as Star Councillor jumped to the lead at the start and dug in deep under the able guidance of A. Sandesh to be crowned the new Colts champion. San Martino was in second, 3/4 of a length behind, while Germanicus was third and Carbonara was fourth.
Time now for a quick break here on the Winning Post. When we come back, it's with all the glamour and lifestyle that's an essential part of horse racing. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching the Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India in association with the Delton Casinos. The racing weekend in Mumbai also saw the Hello Million and the Hyderabad Trophy, both of which witnessed a huge turnout.
Besides the two big races, the race card on the day was packed with 6 other races, which included the Hyderabad Race Club Trophy and the Hello Winners' Cup. The Hyderabad Race Club Trophy saw a small field of 5 come into the fray for the contest to be run over 2,000 meters. Jefferson from S.K. Sundarji's yard enjoyed the maximum share of support from the markets, and not surprisingly, coming as he was on the back of a win in the Super Brave Double Stakes over 1,600 meters on February 25th. He would now be looking at continuing his winning form with Dashrath Singh in the saddle. Heather, trained by Pacey Shroff, had landed the Golconda Oaks on January 4th, before a disappointing run in the Veelu Poonawalla Indian Oaks here in Mumbai. She would now be looking at improving on her form with P.S. Chauhan holding her reins. Remember Me, trained by Imtiaz Seth, was coming into the contest on the back of a 4th place in the Bairamji Gigi Boy Eclipse Stakes of India over 2,000 meters on February 14, and was looking at notching up his first win since August of last year with C.S. Joda on his back.
Looking for an opening on the inside rail, then there's Rodeo, followed by Caesar Star. Going inside the last 350 meters there, it's Heather now being cornered on the outside by Remember Me, and Jefferson now making his move on the outside. And then there is Rodeo, followed by Caesar Star, going inside the last 150 meters there, and it's Jefferson on the outside, gets the measure of Heather and Remember Me. Going inside the last 50 meters, and it's Jefferson in the gold and blue for the Nagpal colours, winning this one from...
The pace was a bit slower than we expected, and he won comfortably, and that was our whole idea in running this race, choosing the race. I always thought he was going to make it, because you know, he's a guy, if he's last at the bend, he puts in his best performance. He knows what to do. He knows just what to do himself. You don't have to worry too much about it.
Well, I could just say it was exciting, and he's a really genuine horse with a big heart, and he runs his heart out every time.
The mile and a quarter race, I asked the boy to jump and just put him to sleep. He has to just settle down. He settles. Once he settles, he's a different horse in a race. Boy wrote exactly copybook, followed my instruction. Last 2 furlongs produced him, and the horse did his best. We'll decide how he's taken this race and then take it from here.
Heather was the leader for the better part of the race, but as the runners approached the 300-meter marker, Jefferson took up the running and overtook the leading pair to take home the race with a length and 3/4 to spare. Heather was in second, while Remember Me was in third. The Hello Winners' Cup saw 11 maiden 3-year-olds come into the parade ring for the contest to be run over 1,000 meters. Flamboyant Flame, trained by Dallas Todiwala, was making her second career start and enjoyed the maximum share of support from the markets. She had run second in her maiden race and was expected to run a big one here with A. Sandesh partnering her. She would be opposed by Ice Angel, trained by Vaison Chinoy, who had made her debut in the B.K. Ratansi Memorial Maiden Multi-Million, where she had run a disappointing 10th. She would now be looking at improving on that performance with C.S. Jodha partnering her. Joining the two was Sanjay Kolse trained Cyclone, who was making his debut here and would be looking at P. Trevor to make up for his lack of experience. Like Cyclone, Zanzibar was another who was making his debut here.
Meter marker, and as they entered into the straight, Flamboyant Flame the leader by about a length and a half from Ice Angel. Slam dunk on the inside rail, then there's Firebolt and Arctic was in that order. Upon the outside, the Cyclone. Going inside the last 300 meters there, Flamboyant Flame clear by about 3 lengths from Ice Angel. Then this Firebolt on the inner rails is Arctic Whiz. Up on the outside, Cyclone. Going inside the last 150 meters there, it's Flamboyant Flame clear by about 5.5, 6 lengths from Ice Angel and Cyclone.
There was nothing much in it. She was drawn one. I told Sandesh, in case Ice Angel tries to fight you, sit behind. But he was quite adamant that she's got the speed and she'll go to the front. Once he went to the front and he sat, he dictated it. It looked very simple. Turning for home, she had a lot in hand, I could see. And in fact, I was quite surprised that Sandesh used the whalebone so much. I thought he shouldn't have whipped her. But it was all okay. It was all well done.
बहुत बढ़िया हो गया, बहुत खुश हो गया मैं ये रेस जीत के। डालस साहब ट्रेनर बोल रहे थे और संदेश भी बोल रहा था कि अपना घोड़ा अच्छा है, अच्छी पेडिग्री का है, वो आज जीतने वाला है, आप लीड करने के आ जाओ।
Well, in Bombay, it's lovely to be here in the open space and see such a beautiful sport, meet wonderful people. From a distance, it might just look like a sport, but it's a very hardcore, difficult sport. You need a lot of research to play. Even before you bet on a horse, you need to find his history, his trainer, the breed, and all of that. So it's just not about luck, it's also about hard work that you put in to understand. So it's just nice to be here with some really cool and fantastic people.
I love the night races. I think it's something everyone in Mumbai should experience at least once. It's great. I mean, we are here at the Hello races and I love coming here every time. I think I've come like now for the 3rd or 4th time. It's always a great enjoy, like a great experience.
Time now for another break here on the Winning Post. When we return, we look ahead to the World Cup in Dubai. So make sure you stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us here on the Winning Post, and time now to look ahead to one of the most exciting races on the calendar in the entire world, which is the Dubai World Cup. All eyes will be on California Chrome, the horse from the United States who missed it last year.
The Dubai World Cup Day is Maidan's biggest and most anticipated race day. With 9 races on the cards, including 6 Group 1s and 3 Group 2s, the day sees the best horses from around the world in contention. Scheduled for March 26 this year, the day promises action and entertainment like never before. The Godolphin Mile, a Group 2 race for horses 3 years and older, run over a mile, will see 10 horses in contention for this year's renewal. The ones to watch out for here are Marking, Sloane Avenue and Cool Cowboy. Marking, trained by Kieran McLaughlin, has a record of 3 wins from 4 starts, his only defeat coming in the Group 2 Alshindaga sprint at Maidan. He has won his last start and enjoys the lion's share of the market support for this one.
And he draws away in the final 50 metres. Marking wins.
Sloan Avenue, trained by Jeremy Nozida, had narrowly missed out on the spoils last year, losing out to Tamakus by a short head, and will be back in contention this year to claim the crown.
Sloan Avenue coming at Tamakus. Tamakus fighting. He's won.
The Doug Watson-trained Cool Cowboy holds a record of 5 wins from 12 starts, which includes a victory in his previous start, the Group 3 Burj Nahar, and will be one to watch out for here.
But Cool Cowboy has led from go to woe to win the Burj Nahar.
The Group 1 Alcor Sprint will see a field of 14 runners face the starter this year. Of the 14, 2 stand head and shoulders above. Ertijal, trained by Ali Al-Rahe for the Sheikh, will be coming into the contest on the back of 3 consecutive wins at Maidan and will possibly deny last year's winner Soul Power the chance to defend his crown.
Ertijal romps home. Ertijal first, Fityard second.
The Edward Lynham trained Soul Power will be coming into the contest on the back of a 3rd place in the Group 3 Maidan Sprint and will be looking at regaining his winning form from last year.
From Jungle Cat, Soul Power is thrusting home at the end. 3 of them come to the line.
The Group 2 Dubai Golden Shaheen will see 10 horses in contention, including XY Jet, trained by George Navarro, who is the favoured one here. He will be making only his 3rd career start and holds a record of 1 win and a 2nd place from 2 starts. He will now be looking at making a winning debut at Maidan. XY Jet will be opposed by Confrontation, trained by Kieran McLaughlin, who will be coming into the contest on the back of a win in the Group 3 Firebreak Stakes at Maidan and will possibly outshine the former with his experience behind him.
Confrontation raced to the front in the final 50 metres and drew away. Confrontation first.
Like Confrontation, Musaba Muhairi trained Muharrab too will be coming into the fray on the back of a win at Maidan, the Group 3 Mahabal Shimal, and will provide tough competition to the other 2.
And Muharrab will lead all of the way. It's an easy win in the Mahabal Shimal.
The Dubai Shima Classic Group 1 saw Dolnia land the spoils last year, and looking at emulating Dolnia's success this year will be 9 runners who will battle it out over the 2,400 metre trip. The one to watch out for here is Postpone, trained by Roger Varian. The 5-year-old holds a record of 6 wins from 14 starts, which include the Group 2 Prix Foy at Longchamp and the Group 2 City of Gold at Maidan more recently. He will be looking at continuing his winning form here as well.
And Postpone, the King George winner, is striding home for an easy win. Ratings told the tale.
Opposing him will be Highland Reel, trained by Aidan O'Brien, who will be making his first start this year. He had taken home the Group 1 Longines Hong Kong base last year and will be looking at regaining his winning form after the time away.
But it's Highland Reel, Aidan O'Brien, his first victory in the Hong Kong Vase, and Highland Reel defeats the defending champion.
The biggest race of the day, the Dubai World Cup, will see 12 runners battle it out for supremacy. California Chrome, trained by Art Sherman, will be back in contention this year, smarting from last year's defeat to Prince Bishop. He has run and won a race at Maidan recently and will be looking at redeeming himself. Frosted, trained by Kieran McLaughlin, will represent the Godolphin stables here. The colt has won the Al Maktoum Challenge in February and will be looking at landing the big one for his master.
He's drawing clear the big grey and he's back in a big way. Frosted, an impressive winner.
Well, that's all we have time for on this episode of The Winning Post. Remember, if you've missed anything, you can always catch it on our YouTube channel. We'll see you next week with plenty more action. And until then, may the horse be with you. Goodbye.